Anyway, okay, so I just want to stop right here. On the other side of the hill, there is a dragon. It is a friendly dragon. Please do not kill him, or attempt to kill him. Do not be alarmed. Okay, cool. And please try to avoid the magical time portal, because it's probably safe, but then again, we're not really sure. And if you get teleported several thousand years back into the past, that is the one place that I will not be coming to get you from. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim. We're here at the top of the throat of the world to visit Parthenax and have a little chat with him. We're beginning to warm up, good. Merry Christmas, everybody. I should point out at the beginning of this video, I'll just get it out of the way now. But this is going to be the last video you see from me for about a fortnight. I'm taking the whole of this sort of Christmas week off, basically, to chill with family and, you know, do holiday stuff like that. So, apologise if that's inconvenient, but, you know, I gotta have my time off at Christmas. So, nevertheless, here we are, recording this on Christmas Eve. I assume it's going to go up on Christmas Eve, since that's when it's scheduled to go up, hey. And here we are at the top of the throat of the world, where we're going to have a little chat with Parthenax about how we might attract a dragon to Dragon's Reach so that we can trap it, which is presumably easier said than done. Hello, my dude. He's freaking huge, isn't he? My god.
Dremyolok, greetings.
I need a way to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach. Any ideas?
Yes. I have been pondering on exactly that question. Lingra mora. I have tasted the voices of Alduin's allies on the wind. Pogan nachlas vokril vachjun. There is one who I remember well. Odavin. He is the one to tell us where Alduin has gone.
So we know his name. How does that help me get him to Dragon's Reach, exactly?
I forget how little you know of the Dove. Our names are always made up of 3 Rothmulag, words of power. You see, Parthurnax, a thum, a shout, yes?
Right, I get it. Yeah, like Dynavision. I've already done this before.
He is not compelled to come, but the Dove are prideful by nature. Few could resist such a challenge, especially from you, Dovahkiin. But Odahviing, he is headstrong, Bozik, rash. Even among the Dove, he was known for this. He will not resist the challenge of your voice, Dovahkiin. He will come. Now, hear his name, Odahviing. Taste it on the wind, Odahviing. Know it in your sum, Odahviing.
Oh, okay. Prepare trap for Odahviing. Right, so I guess we're going back down to Dragon's Reach again, basically. Oh dear. Oh, just try not to walk in the time wound. Right, I guess we're walking all the way down again then. Pretty sunset though, isn't it? It's not bad. It's quite nice. So, yeah, clear skies is equipped. Good. And as ever, lovely view. Actually, I almost forgot. I want you to climb to the top of the mountain, so let us do it. If it's possible. Aha! There's some malachite ore up here, apparently. And some ebony ore. Notched pickaxe. Yup! Hee. Right. So. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is dangerous. Oh. 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 What am I doing? This was a foolish idea. This was a foolish idea. I just wanted to get up and stand on the top bit, but apparently that's not going to happen. Well, here we are. De facto tallest point on the map. Such as it is. You can see mountains beyond mountains up here. It's crazy. I was wondering if I could see the Imperial City from here, but I'm not seeing anywhere. Also, I'm sliding down here, apparently. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing it. It's there. Like, I'm sure many of you know at this point that it does exist. At least, you know, you can see the spire in the very, very, very far distance. They did put it in the game, but I don't see it from here. I guess you'd have to go climb one of those mountains over there really to get a good look, eh? But not that I even know if you can. Still, anyway, there it is, top of the world. We came, we saw, we came, we saw, and we saw it. That's not how that quote's supposed to go. Never mind. We came, we saw, and we climbed it. There we go. That's better. That works better. So let's just go. At least you had the good sense to wait down here, yeah? Come on, then. Let's go. Before I freeze to death, let us leave. Also, I'm apparently hungry and thirsty. Let's sort that out. There we go. Let's get down this mountainside. And then all the way back to Whiterun. Oh my days, really? We're doing this entire trip again. Not sure I could be bothered, to be honest with you. No, we must do it properly. I mean, otherwise I'll start making a habit of this fast travel nonsense. So we must do it properly. There it is. It's been said. I have declared it. It has been decreed. However, I might stay the night at High Hearthfire first, because it's getting dark. And it's extra cold at night in this game with Frostfall installed, so we don't want that. We don't want to freeze to death. That would be awkward. This close to finally defeating Alduin, the Dragonborn walked out into the snow one night and just never came back. Oh, shit. Just forgot about this stuff. I wonder what what led him up here. Wonder how long he's been there, actually. Could have been there ever since the old battle many bajillion years ago, although I doubt it. But you never know, maybe. Still with me? Yeah, good. It's quite pretty. It's all quite pretty, I've got to say. I'm slightly in awe of it all. Is there anything down there? Who knows? Probably not. What about that down there? No. Here we go. Nearly there. Nearly there. Apparently we've chased this goat all the way down to High Hrothgar. Do we have a new for dinner or something? Is that what's going on? You are not allowed here. Only the greybeards are allowed here, you stupid goat. Leave. Be gone. I don't know. What do you want? Okay, moving on. Right. Which way is this way? Need to sleep. I'm tired and cold. This is... Oh, I've gone too far. Bollocks. There we go. This is where we need to be. See, it's quite cozy in here. I mean, you know, it's a bit cozy in here. How on earth are those flowers even growing at this point? There's like no natural light here at all. Virtually none. Right, let us rest for 12 whole hours, and we shall leave at 7 o'clock in the morning. Head down the mountain. Then through Iverstead, back across the river, down across the other mountain, back into Whiterun, and then we'll do the thing. This bloody questline has you going backwards and forwards, and backwards and forwards, and backwards. I mean, that's true of actually a lot of the questlines in this game, to be fair. Dawnguard was similar, now that I recall. I don't like it, really. Seems like slightly poor design, if you ask me, but I don't know. I don't know. Look at it all wreathed in fog like that. It's pretty cool. Hey ho. It's nearly going to be done soon. We are on the cusp of finding and defeating Alduin once and for all. Means I'll finally get to retire. Retirement. Oh. What am I going to do with my retirement? I have no idea. Maybe I'll go back to Solstheim. The climate seemed to agree with me a bit more there for whatever reason. Go check up on Wilson. See how he's doing. Go check up on the Skarl, see how they're doing, and the Raven Rock peoples. And see if I can figure out what the hell I need to do with that giant skull. Although the only problem with Solstheim is Hermaeus Mora is a little bit more, you know, able to reach me there, which is not something I particularly like. Although one of these days I need to go back and have a chat with Nailoth. Because he's going to be wondering at this point why I haven't turned up again after he specifically asked me to, after killing a Briarheart or whatever, a very long time ago. I believe there was some sort of... I needed to bring an amulet of some description back to the Skarl with me. One of them sent me off all the way back to Skyrim to fetch an amulet from Falkreath or something. I vaguely remember that now. And I suppose if we're on the subject of loose ends that need tying up, I need to go do something about poor old Jib stuck in the soul cairn looking for his manuscript pages. Oh dear. And then I don't know. Maybe go off exploring. There's been new places out there I've not been to yet. Beyond the reaches of Skyrim itself. Maybe go back to Cyrodiil. Hey, that place to visit after all this time. Could be good for a laugh, I don't know. Or just put my feet up and take a bloody rest for a while. Let the beard grow longer. Let myself grow fatter and lazier for a while, you know? Like, I've done my duty, or I will have soon, you know? Once Alduin's dead, that is it, universe. You have from me all you have ever asked. Our contract will be at an end, and I can finally rest. Ugh, awkward steps. Go live on a mountain somewhere. Possibly not this mountain, though. This one's a bit miserable, but... Go live on a mountain somewhere with a nice... fortress of solitude where no one will bother me. Hang up my hat as Harbinger or something. Let Vilkas take over again. You know. Anyone but Roderick, really. I mean, he just... Oh my days. He'd run the place into the ground just within a week. Hello, Sabercat. Oh, right, yes. And then there's that whole Civil War thing. Bollocks, I forgot about that. Yeah, someone's got to deal with Ulfric Stormcloak, haven't they? Oh, no. I think I've been pushing back that to the back of my mind on purpose, actually, but... Yeah, kind of still need to do something about that guy. Not that he's much of a threat these days, stuck in Windhelm with no other lands to his name, but yeah, still kind of needs to be dealt with. To be frank, I'm a little bit surprised that Tullius hasn't already taken the place, but it seems like the Imperial Legion never gets anything done without me around for some weird reason. So I'll have to deal with that too. That will be unpleasant. That will be unpleasant. Hello, Iverstead. Hello, Green. Hello, Not Snow. That was quite a bloody trip all the way down from the top there. My goodness. But again, I mean, it's the thing is, it's, you know, it feels too easy to get to the top of the mountain, you know? All you have to do is push forward, you know, just keep walking and follow the path. It'd be far more interesting if it was This is possibly the nostalgia kicking in again, but it'd be more interesting if it was a bit like Red Mountain in Morrowind, where there really wasn't a set path up, you know. Climbing to the top of the mountain. Imagine if climbing to the top of the Throat of the World was not laid out for you with a set path. It was something that you had to actually figure out. There were possibly multiple ways to the top, but none of them were particularly obvious. It'd feel like a real trial. And to be honest with you, if there was ever a game where they probably should have brought back Daggerfall's climbing mechanic, it would be this one. But never mind. Right. Hello, Iverstead. Goodbye, Iverstead. Nice seeing you. We're out of here. Oh, I remember when I came here the first time. And then there was that weird conspiracy theorist Khajiit. And then there was the Barrow with the dude drinking the ghost potions. That was such a long time ago. That was back around the time that the entire Riften Guard kind of had it in for me. Not without reason, admittedly. However, there was a war on, and that's just the nature of it. Gosh, but Skyrim doesn't half look pretty today. Lovely weather. I suppose I could really cut this out of the video if I wanted to, but I don't know, I'm just sort of enjoying wandering along. You know, taking in the sights and sounds. Now that the weather's, we'll call it fixed, the entire world suddenly looks just much nicer, you know? It's all just so much prettier. Oh, we're going to go this way, haven't we? So this is what I'm talking about. This whole path through the mountains here, this is not so obvious. It took me a good few playthroughs of this game to figure out that this path, this shortcut through the mountain here even existed. Now, imagine if trying to climb the Throat of the World was a bit more like this, you know? Then I guess people would complain there was... Well, people wouldn't complain, though. That's the thing. Like, you know... There seems to be this assumption on the part of the... Just look at that view, though. Look at that right there. I'm just gonna pause and leave it there for a second while I talk. There seems to be an assumption on the part of the developers that they've got to make it really easy. Otherwise, people will complain. And yet, the thing is, people rarely do they? You know, when a new game comes out that's particularly hardcore or difficult or whatever, you know, people don't complain. Sure, you want to make the game accessible, but you can make the game accessible in a number of ways that does not include just leading you by the hand everywhere you go. I don't know. Just a bit of a rant on my part. I'm not saying, for example, get rid of quest markers or anything like that. Or indeed... I mean, like, you have... for example, there's a spell in the game, isn't there? The Clairvoyance spell, which you use, and it shows you a little twinkling path to your objective. Now, imagine if, you know... that was somehow actually useful, you know. The game didn't lead you by the nose everywhere you went in every quest, like every dungeon completely linear, every path up the mountain completely linear. Imagine if that wasn't the case. Imagine if it wasn't linear, you actually had to try and figure it out. You would suddenly think, you know what, actually, being a mage and being able to use clairvoyance, that would suddenly become a very powerful and useful spell in your arsenal. If you weren't a mage, you'd probably seek out scrolls of clairvoyance, wouldn't you? You know, and so on and so forth. So... just whatever. Anyway, rant over. Lovely view though, isn't it? This right here is going to be one of the best spots in the entire game, if I'm honest. Just this spot along this path right here is just gorgeous. Anyway, back up through the chilly bit very briefly, and then back down again. Admittedly, my ENB is making it look a lot nicer than it would out of the box, but still. More bloody goats. Oh, God. It also strikes me, having alternating recently between playing Skyrim and Morrowind, just how little hostile wildlife there is in Skyrim when you compare it to old school Morrowind, where you just couldn't go 5 feet without being mugged by a cliff racer. No! Thank you. Are we in that awkward bit where it's not going to actually behave? If we get a bit further down, I imagine it'll magically start working again. Just you watch. It's really weird though, isn't it? It's suddenly all really dark and blue. It feels like we're it's getting into like evening, like dusk. It's so dark. Very strange. And there's Dragon's Reach. With that big old balcony. And of course it now seems obvious that it was used to trap dragons with. I mean, it's in the name, right? I don't know. Man, the weather is stubborn today. It's funny though, actually, isn't it, really? Like, why on earth isn't it working, you know? It doesn't make any sense. There we go. Oh, it's supposed to be raining? Really? Okay. That's better. That's much better. That's what I wanted to see. One of the things I will say about this game, one of its strengths, we don't talk about the strengths of Skyrim very often, do we? We always end up talking about the negatives. I suppose that is the nature of what happens when you play a game for thousands of hours. You tend to focus on the negatives after a while and take the positives for granted. But what I will say is that the Dragon Shouts, not a bad system, actually. I've quite enjoyed using them. Mostly because quite often they have very unconventional effects compared with like regular spells. Things, you know, things like being able to turn into a translucent ghost that can jump off mountains, or, you know, being able to make the weather disappear. You know, it's stuff like that. It's interesting. Aside from your standard, you know, Fus Rodar, which again is pretty amusing, but a basic thing. Well done, horse. Keeping the countryside safe. This road is dangerous. Constantly being littered with dead people. There isn't a bunch of bandits around here or something I should be dealing with, is there? No, just wolves and bears, apparently. Besides, there's guards here anyway, like... Come on, guys. You must have seen the bear and the wolf over there. And you're just like, no, it's not in our jurisdiction. Other side of the bridge, don't have to care about that. That's fine. We don't care.
Greetings.
Well, Whiterun, in all its rusty brown-coloured glory. remember seeing this place for the first time. Remember the siege? That was a long ass time ago. I seem to recall you companions did absolutely nothing to help in that, by the way. But you can bet your ass when the siege of Windhelm comes around, none of you are taking a break. I know Codlac was not in favour of getting involved in the Civil War, but I'm not Codlac. I do things differently. Every single bloody one of you that I can get out of your Vaska is coming with me for that one. Better believe it. I'm not having the final great siege of this entire period of Skyrim's very troubled history with the companions just being left out, sat on their asses drinking mead and scratching their bums. No, it's not happening. It's going to be epic. There'll be probably dragons involved, because I'll probably summon Durnavir as well. There'll be dragons, there'll be catapults, there'll be lots of fighting. There'll be Ulfric Stormcloak at the end of it, presumably, unless the coward fucking sneaks off again. Yeah. The companions are getting involved, alright? We're not getting left out of that particular saga, alright? That's not how this works. Was it Farkas that complained that they were basically being left on the sidelines and not getting any of the fun? I think it might have been Farkas.
Come by Bellathor's shop at the market. I'm sure we've got something.
I'm sure you haven't. Unless it's more lantern oil, in which case you probably do, although I don't think I need any more lantern oil at the minute. Do need to refill these, though.
Hello, dear.
Clean this place up, lads.
You are Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
Damn right I am.
Fancy yourself an alchemist, hmm? Never could get the hang.
I'm not much of an alchemist, really. Dragon's Reach. Here we are. Well then, Rhea, want to help us trap a dragon? It shouldn't be too difficult. The place is built for it, you know. Balgruuf said something about a dragon trap, so... Have you always had that sword, Irileth? Nice. It's not bad.
I don't know how you talk the Jarl into this plan of yours.
If it's any consolation, neither do I.
Dragonborn. Just say the word.
Well, my companion has decided to kneel before you. You don't need to
My
kneel,
job
you know.
is to keep the Jarl safe, despite his
What
best
is it that you need?
Are you ready to spring the trap on the dragon?
As I promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word.
I'm ready. Let's go trap a dragon.
My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands.
Right. Are we going now? We're just going to stand there for a bit. Okay, right. Off we go. Don't need my big hood thing on anymore, do I? Where is it?
Go ahead and call this dragon of yours. We're ready.
Do 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 do. Aha. Ah, I see. I hope this thing still works.
You do have a plan for luring a dragon here, yeah?
Yeah, I do. Don't worry. Okay.
We're ready when you are.
Sometimes you can see a dragon flying around out here, actually. I think I've seen one in the past, but anyway. Right, you ready? Let's do it.
Go ahead and call this dragon of yours.
Oh, there's one right there.
We're ready.
Speak of the devil. Ah! I thought that over there might have been Odoving, but it's not. Sweet mother of... Okay.
Steady now.
Let's see. Let's hit it with the big stuff. Dragon Rend. Yeah, you didn't like that, did you? Come on then. Oh boy. This way, me old mate. Get out of its way. Well, it kind of worked. Whoa! Holy shit, my health. What the fuck? Oh dear. Nothing I could do. I was out of health potions. I don't even know what to say.
Call this dragon of yours. We're ready.
That was awkward. Also... What the heck?
You have a plan for luring a dragon here, yeah?
We may need to reload the game. Just a hunch.
We're ready when you are.
Okay, let's try this again. I put on my Mirak helmet mask thing because I thought it'd be kind of cool and possibly intimidating. For the dragon, obviously, not for anyone else. Everyone else seems to think it looks silly, but I imagine the dragons take a look at it and like,
We're
ugh,
ready when you are.
he's wearing the face of that horrid man that killed all of us ages ago. Just as a little reminder of who I am and what I do.
Have a plan for luring a dragon here, yeah?
Well, there's one over there, mate, but he seems intent on sitting on that rock over there. Well, we already been up there. That's Sheerpoint, isn't it? That's got to be Sheerpoint. I'm almost certain we killed the dragon that was at Sheerpoint. And yet there he is again, unless... it's a different mountain? I don't think it is.
Go ahead and call
Oh,
this
actually,
dragon.
maybe it is.
We're ready.
I think Sheerpoint might be over there. No. Wait. Yeah, no, that's definitely Sheerpoint. So, okay, what gives? I don't know. Anyway, respawning dragons, even though they're not supposed to respawn because I'm a Dragonborn and I stopped them doing that. That's the whole point. Anyway,
You do have a plan for luring a dragon here, yeah?
Just give it a minute. You do. I'm just having a premonition here, and I think you desperately need to move out of the way. Oh boy. I'm sorry, lad. You're screwed. Move for it. There he goes. Bad luck. All right, dickhead. Down you come, mate. Down you come. Whoa, hello. Right, I'm just going to drop a little quick save here while Rhea's on fire in the background. There we go. Gotcha. Not so clever now, are you?
Caught like a bear in a trap.
Yep. English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
I forget. You do not have the Dova speech. My eagerness to meet you in battle was my undoing, Dovahkiin. I salute your, low cunning in devising such a Gramindol stratagem. Zuubonar, you went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. In Sir Alduin, No doubt you want to know where to find Alduin.
That is correct, good sir. Where is he hiding? Good sir, he just murdered a guard right in front of me. You're a bit of a dickhead.
Renik Vaza, an apt phrase.
What, dickhead?
Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself. Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course, Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him.
You're telling me where to find Alduin?
Once Lord Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesure, the souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa ok midoven avarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free?
Not until Alduin's defeated.
Ah, well, Croesus, there is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention.
Go on.
Only this. You have the Thuum of a Dova, but without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn. Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this.
Ah. And you expect me to take your word for that?
Aran, you wound me, Dovahkiin. I may not tell the whole truth, but I am no liar. Go and see for yourself. Zu ni bo norhet. I will be here, unless Alduin returns before you do.
Where would Skuldafn be? I don't know. You know, he's probably telling the truth. What are you doing over there? Well, I'm going to have a chat with you first.
I'm still amazed that your plan worked. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
Sir, you have no idea how long I have waited for such an opportunity. I would be most appreciative
Yes,
if you
Sarah?
would permit me to
Nothing.
perform
I've got my eyes on you.
tests on
Still
you,
doesn't trust
purely
me.
in the interests of the advancement of knowledge.
Be gone, mage. Do not test my promise to the Dovahkiin.
I assure you, you will not even notice me. Most of them are hardly painful at all to a large dragon such as yourself.
Dawnguard, very bad idea. Even for you.
Surely you wouldn't miss a few scales, or a small amount of blood.
May, what are you doing back there?
Dawnguard, enough fool.
Oh, it's a good thing this place is mostly made of stone. Well then, I do apologize.
You have reconsidered my offer, Onikan Kron? You will release me, Roland, if in return I promise to take you to Skuldafn and stop helping Alduin?
Still wondering if I can trust you.
Zuni Tarodis, it was you that lured me here and took me prisoner. Vobalan Gramidon, I have done nothing to earn your distrust.
Fine. Okay.
Onikan Korav Gain Milad. It is wise to recognize when you only have one choice. And you can trust me. Zuni Tarodis. Alduin has proven himself unworthy to rule. I go my own way now. Free me, and I will carry you to Skuldafn.
I feel like I should ask your permission first.
You'll be the toast of Whiterun for this.
Well, hold on.
I'm still amazed that your plan worked.
Okay, right, well, in that case, fine. How do I... Is there a lever for this somewhere? Balgrove, don't panic. But...
Need to tell the grandkids, eh?
Got a city.
How do you turn this thing off? Oh, no, hang on a minute.
I can't believe that worked.
Yeah, so I'm about to unwork it, though, I'm afraid, mate. You might all want to leave in case this goes horribly pear-shaped and he is lying, but... Seriously, how the hell do I... I'd love to help you out, Odoving. I've just no idea how to turn this... I mean, you know,
It seems our enemies have no end of spies, saboteurs, and assassins to send against us.
You don't know where the switch is, do you? Oh, do I need to go talk to... Oh, okay.
Something to tell the grandkids, eh? I can't believe that worked.
I need you to open the trap, though.
You sure about that? You want to let that dragon loose after all the trouble to catch him in there?
Yes, I'm sure. And to be fair, if it turns out he's lying, I'll just kill him. He's not going anywhere when I've got Dragonrend, after all, so...
Your funeral. Someone else is gonna have to help you get him back in there again.
Fair enough.
Get ready to open the trap. This seems like a really bad idea to me.
I'm not... I don't entirely disagree with you.
This is all part of the Dragonborn's plan.
Again, nice sword.
All the gods.
Was nu? Ini dein Ruthi Astval.
Right then. Well. It does occur to me that I could use Bend Will on you. But I could have used Bend Will on any old dragon. Why am I bothering with this nonsense? Why am I only realizing this now? Never mind. Drop a save out. Just to be on the safe side. In case any more invisible wall related shenanigans occur.
Saran Uth, I await your command as promised. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can?
Bit par for the course for me these days, mate, I'm afraid. Alright then, let's do it. I guess you're staying here, Rhea. Just me on this one. Whole household of companions. I can't take any of them with me. Oh well.
Zuk Brit Oth, I warn you, once you've flown the skies of Kaizal, your envy of the Dove will only increase. Amativ,